So in the previous video we saw how we can map or discover all the connected devices to our network. We were only able to get very basic information such as their IP address, their MAC address, and the manufacturer of the MAC address. Now today we're going to use framework. It allows us to run a number of attacks and information gathering tasks. So we're going to be using this tool in different videos. In today's video we're going to use it to discover all the connected devices and get more information than the last time. So we're going to see what kind of information we'll get. We'll be able to get, we will get the MAC address and IP address like last time, but we will also be able to get the operating system. So Zanti is not available on the App Store, so you can download it from the following link. All you have to do is just download it, tap it and install it. So make sure you download this link from your mobile device or from your tablet. Now once you download Zanti, it's going to look like this. So I'm just going to tap on it. And I've already run this app, so as you can see it discovered devices. So I'm just gonna tap on the refresh sign there, and I'm not gonna use the intrusive scan which looks for vulnerabilities. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, and I'm gonna tap OK. And as you can see, it's saying that it's mapping the network, it's trying to discover the connected devices. Okay, so now as you can see it stopped mapping the devices, and we have all the devices. The MAC address, and that it is an Android device, which is actually this device. As you can see, it says it on the bottom, this device. And then the next one, it was able to detect that it's a Linux device. And remember last time it wasn't, when we used Wi-Fi analyzer, it wasn't able to tell us what operating system each device is. So from here we can actually know that this is a Linux device or something that runs Linux. We still have the name of the device, which is S00S, and we have the MAC address and the manufacturer. And the next one, we can see that we discovered an Apple device, and the name of the device is Z00Z, and it says an Apple device here as well, and we have the MAC address. Another extra thing that you'd notice is right here, which is the ports that are open on each device. So we can see that if we tap on the router, you'll see that it has one port open. So if I go on the Nmap scans right here on the Nmap is actually command line tool that it's short for network mapper, and it's the best and most popular port scanner that is there on the internet. Now you can use this on Linux, on Windows, and on all operating systems. It actually comes in installed with NetHunter, so you can run, if you know how to use Nmap, you can actually run the commands using the command line in NetHunter and you'll be able to get the results. Or you can use Zanti, and I'll show you in the next videos how you can actually use Nmap from within Zanti. And I'll show you here is the Linux device. I'm gonna tap on it, and the open ports, as you can see, they're here: port 80, 902, 4915. Now we don't know what's running on these ports. Like even if we come here on the Nmap scans, and I'm just gonna look for the Linux device. So it's 145, its IP, which is this one. So if you come here, we can actually just see the open ports, as you can see right here. We have 80, 902, and 49152, but we don't know what programs are running on them. Like, we can see that 80 is HTTP. It's usually HTTP, so it's not a big deal. Like, it didn't really tell us more information about it. So we'd like to know, for example, what server is running on that port, what version of that server, so we can actually try and hack that computer through that server. and here you go, that's the IP of the Apple device. And as you can see that we have port 22 open, and it's a SSH port, so it's for a SSH service. SSH basically is a server that allows you to remotely run Linux commands on the target device. So it's usually installed on servers. For example, if you have a web server online, when you buy a web server or rent a web server, they'll give you an SSH account. So SSH, by using a certain username and password, it will allow you to remotely log into your Linux or Windows or even Mac OS machine and run commands on the target machine. So when you jailbreak your device with Apple, the username, when you jailbreak it, the root password is actually set to ALPINE. So it's the default password. You see an Apple device with port 22 open, it's a good idea just to try to log into that port with the password ALPINE. Now let me just do this quickly and show. So I'm just gonna go on the Net Hunter, and I'm gonna go on home. I'm gonna go on the launcher, and I'm gonna launch Kali Shell and terminal. And all I have to do is SSH into the target. So the command is SSH, the username is root, and you put and then put the IP address of the target. So the IP address was 192.168.159. And I'm gonna hit enter. And it's telling me, do you want to trust that target? I'm gonna say yes. And now it's asking me for the password. So I'm gonna use the password. It's ALPINE. I'm gonna hit enter. And as you can see, I logged in as root. So if I go ID, as you can see that I am root. And if I go ifconfig, just to show you that I am actually inside that device. Oh yeah, it doesn't have ifconfig. It's still, I don't have that command installed on my tablet. But it is, as you can see, that it's root, and it's at Zeus, which is the name of the iPad. And if I say, who am I? As you can see, it's telling me that I am root and I am at the target device. Basically, you're just going to be using Unix commands to navigate through the system, and you can do whatever you want because you are root. And as I said, root has all privileges on the target machine. So this is basically, like, it wasn't an actual hack. It was just a use of information that we gathered. So we saw there's an Apple device. It has SSH open on it, so it's definitely jailbroken. And we just tried the default password, and we were able to log in and gain basically full access to this device. So even if this device had no exploits, it had the latest and greatest software and the best security measurements, we only logged in through a service which is allowed on the device using proper username and password.